Thanks, Michael. Hi, Brendan. I guess just to start off with, I was wondering how the early months have gone for you in Austria, your transition to the European game, and how confident you're feeling in this national team camp with Greg.
Yeah, things been going great here in Austria. I mean, it wasn't that far of a drive. It was like 3 hours, which isn't that bad, but it was a pretty smooth sailing getting here. But yeah, I mean, everything else getting here with the club with Red Bull Salzburg. I mean, I couldn't say anything about the start here. The club, the staff, the players have just made me feel like it's my second home now. So everything's been going great, and I think on the field, be able to play right off the bat is always a great thing. So yeah, I can't speak enough about just Jesse, the staff there, the players. It's just been great. And then yeah, coming into this camp, I think I have a lot of confidence, which is nice because I think I've been playing well. And now it's just going from here and then coming into this camp and just doing what I can to help the team.
Thanks, Paul. We'll go to Ron Blum from the Associated Press.
Hey, Brendan. Looking ahead, if you are on the roster this fall, how do you prepare yourself for the rigors of 3 times in 3 months transatlantic and switching from playing in cold in Europe to the heat in the Caribbean and Central America and Florida?
Yeah. No, yeah, I think that's a tough part about any U.S. men's national team player that plays over here in Europe and then has to go back to the Caribbean where there's 9-degree weather when you're playing like here in 30-degree weather where like it was snowing today. So yeah, I mean that's definitely the tough part, but that's a part of the job, and that's a part of being professional. It's handling every situation when it comes, getting used to the weather, getting used to the time change. That's what we've been doing our entire lives. So I think it's just adapting as fast as we can, just being professional as possible.
Brendan was being kind. It actually snowed 3 different times during training.
Yeah.
Next, we'll go to Stephen Goff from the Washington Post.
Hey, Brendan, thanks for your time.
Yeah, of course.
I was wondering, since arriving, what do you follow other young Americans in Europe? What are how closely are you able to follow them? And particularly, what do you think of what Daryl Dike has been able to do since he moved over recently to Europe?
To answer your question, yeah, I watch all the young kids in America over in Europe. I think that's something like when I'm on my free time, I watch all their touches in their games, or I'll watch their game live. I'm really invested in that, and I really love watching them play because, of course, I'm friends with them, and I'm really close with Daryl from the last camp, so we get along really well, and I've been watching a lot of his games, and the championship's definitely interesting to watch. It's not your typical like playing football. It's definitely very aggressive and very hard to play in. And Daryl's done a fantastic job there. I think he's shown that he can score the goals for Barnsley and he can be that like difference maker on the field. And I think he's been fantastic. And I'm really happy for him. And it's opening a lot of gates for him to maybe make another move and go back to Orlando and kill it again. So it's definitely interesting to see what he's going to do next. And yeah, I'm just really happy for him. And then everybody else in Europe, I think this past weekend it was really good for Americans. And Christian got back on the field, which is great, and he got man of the match. So yeah, I mean, I always like watching him, and it's always really interesting.
Next will be Michele Giannone from Univision.
Thank you, Michael. Hi, Brendan.
Hi.
You've been playing on a 4-4-2 on your club team, and now you come to the U.S. men's national team and you play on a 4-3-3.
Yeah.
What changes and what does Greg ask you, and where do you see yourself? Do you see yourself as a winger or in the line of the 3 midfielders? Thank you very much.
Yeah, good question. For me, it's balancing. I think that's what every professional goes through. I mean, you have your national team and then you have your club team, and it's always different. You always play a different formation, and I think that's something that everybody gets used to. And I've been in camp enough to know what my role is here and what position I'm going to play and that kind of thing. But yeah, I mean, coming into this camp, I mean, I'm really just going to do whatever Greg asked me to do, if it's playing center mid, if it's playing winger, if it's playing a little bit more defensive, it's what I'm going to do to help the team, and that's what I'm here for, and I want to help the team win these 2 games. And for me, it's just now it's all national team. I'm focused on national team. I'm away from Red Bull Salzburg now, so all my focus is here, and I'm just going to do whatever I can. And yeah, I'm really, really confident in the way we play here.
Next will be Ryan Talmadge from Goal.com.
Hey, Brenden, just kind of following up something similar on the last one.
Yeah.
Obviously, you are in this Red Bull system now, and I'm sure there are a lot of things have changed, and there are aspects of your game that have gotten better, and things you've learned, from working with Jesse.
Mm-hmm.
What are some of the things in your game that you think have developed in a way that could help you with the national team, and what are some of the things that you have maybe taken from Jesse or some of the other guys at Red Bull Salzburg that kind of can translate to what you're going to try and do now under Greg?
Yeah, good question. I've been learning a ton under Jesse and Red Bull Salzburg right now. These past couple months, I feel like I've been just rapid learning. I think for me, every game's gotten better and better, and the team's been performing at a very high level. And the thing that I feel like I've grown dramatically in, I think it's my final third outcome. I feel like in the final third, I've been making the right decisions with Red Bull Salzburg right now, and I'm constantly getting in that position to make the final third pass, and that's something that will only help me with the national team, because I'm going to get chances here to play that final pass, to score that final shot. So definitely it's been helping me a lot with Red Bull Salzburg, getting in these positions, and then finally taking the right decision, and then getting that goal or getting that assist. And I just want to translate that here, and then hopefully get a goal or an assist throughout these games.
Right now, we have one more question for Brenden. It's from Donald Wine at Stars and Stripes.
Thank you, Michael. Brenden, hello. Good to see you. Fast forward or flashback to a year ago,
Yeah.
You were on the U23 camp,
Yeah.
about to play in Olympic qualifying. Obviously, a year later, you were in the national team camp,
Yeah.
while a lot of your counterparts are playing in Mexico. I know it's a little hard with the time difference, but have you been keeping up with how they've been doing? And did you see yourself a year ago thinking, oh, I'll be back? Or did you think, hey, I'm going to be in a national team camp and not necessarily competing for the Olympics, but competing for the right to be in World Cup qualifying and then the Nations League and Gold Cup?
Yeah, for sure. For me, I think, I pay attention to all the U23 games. Last night it was a little late, so I only caught like the first 10 minutes, and of course I got to get sleep because now all the focus is on the national team. But the last game against Costa Rica I got to watch, and I'm always keeping updated. I'm keeping in touch with some of the guys there and to see how they're doing, all that kind of things. And I think it's always good to just keep in contact with all your friends that you make over the years. And on that U23 team, that was like the first real national team I was a part of, my entire life. So I made a lot of friendships there, and I was at a lot of camps with them. So I have a lot of friendships, and I keep in touch, and I've been following, and they're doing great. 2 wins. It's not easy to go to Mexico where it's really hot, where guys haven't played a lot of games. It's not easy at all, man, and a lot of pressure on these guys, but they're doing fantastic, and they just need to keep doing what they're doing, and hopefully they'll get a good outcome against Mexico. And for myself, I haven't really seen myself doing what I'm doing the past 3 years that I've been playing. It's just kind of, it comes, you take day by day, and you just focus on the day by day things, and you focus on what you can do better, and that's really what I've been thinking my entire life so far. So as it keeps coming, it's fantastic, but for me, it's just focusing on every single day and taking it day by day and enjoying it.
We do have one more question for Brenden from Matt Singer from SBI Soccer.
Hi, Brenden. Thanks for your time.
Yeah.
I'm curious whether it's positioning, meeting new friends on the team. Like, what are you trying to gain from this camp specifically?
Yeah. Really just my football knowledge, I think. You're not normally around a lot of these guys, and you can learn different things off of them every single day, and even with the coaching staff here, I feel like whenever I come in with Greg and the assistant coaches here, I'm always learning something new, and I'm always learning something different about the game. I think that's what's really special about here. And for me, it's also learning off my teammates like Christian, Gio, Josh, all these guys, even the guys that play in the EPL. All these different players have so much different knowledge, and it's awesome to kind of learn from. And for me, it's just playing as good as I can in the games too, and in training and every single day. So that's what I'm really looking forward to.
And we have one more last question, this time from Paul Tenorio.
Thanks, Michael. Brenden, just one more on,
No problem.
on adjusting to life in Europe. I wonder how you've adapted to Salzburg. I know you got thrown in right when you got there to start playing, but are you doing Sound of Music tours? Are you getting to know the city? What's that part been like?
The funny part is no one knows that movie in Austria. The Sound of Music. That's the funny part, is when you ask people about it, they're like, what movie? Like, no one has no idea, so it's pretty funny. But, for me, it is a lot different than home. It's a very quiet city. It's like a family city. Everybody knows everybody, and for me, I love the beautiful nature side of things. I like going on walks, bike rides, all that kind of thing. So for me, I feel like it's the perfect city for myself to just kind of go and do those kinds of things, like when my parents come out, showing them around, which they already did, and then hopefully when my girlfriend comes out soon too, and my grandparents, and so on and so on. So yeah, I mean, I'm really enjoying life. It's been, I mean, I couldn't ask for a better start at this club, and hopefully it just keeps going from here, and we win these two trophies that we're a part of, and that'll be a successful season for me.